Hello folks and welcome to Monday's edition of Magoo Sports News. This summer of sport is turning out to be even better than I expected. Lots of other good sports, so begs the question, do we really need football? I'm only kidding, of course we need the football, but still, it's been a great summer. Now I'm using a little bit of a new format today. I've chosen the widescreen option on my program, so if it's freaking you out a little bit, don't worry about it, I'll sort it out for next week. But if it's okay, then great. So let's get on with the show. So folks, the weekend sporting action. First and foremost, the big news, which is the golf. And essentially Rory McIlroy won his first major by absolutely blowing the field away. There was comparisons to Tiger Woods, and it was just such a great performance by the young guy. He's essentially got that monkey, or should I say monkey, more like a gorilla off his back, now that he's won the first major. His first major, should I say. Now, the guy basically broke 12 records in taking this first major. There was things like lowest score ever in the US Open, youngest player ever to win a US Open, and the list keeps on going. So why could he post such a good score? I said myself that the winning score would be +2. Well, the thing is, the rain softened the course up. When the course is hard, it's a lot harder to get control of the ball on the course, but when the rain hits the ground, it softens it up and it means that the players have much more control. The thing is, a lot of the other players were still pretty bad on the course, but the thing is, with the course being soft, you saw a lot of players bunched up on sort of -7, 6, 5, 4, etc. But Rory McIlroy at -16 winning the tournament, absolutely phenomenal performance. So the football and the under-21 European Championships, and England bailed out as usual. Absolute abysmal performance throughout the whole tournament. They didn't win a game, and to be fair, they didn't even look like winning a game. I think the problem was Stuart Pearce. He is just a crap manager. Tactically, what did he do? He basically lumped the ball up the pitch, and unfortunately there was no Emil Heskey in the team to collect the ball and lay it off to someone else. So it was disgraceful. They deserved to go out, and the best two teams went through the groups. They basically got beaten by the Czech Republic. They went 1-0 up, surprisingly enough, but then they just bottled it, as always. Czech Republic scored in the 89th minute and in injury time. They go through. Best two teams go through, like I said. So Spain and Czech Republic go through, and also Switzerland and Belarus. So the Czech Republic plays Switzerland and Spain play Belarus. Watch out for Switzerland. They could be quite a good team for this tournament. Now, what else has been going on? Newcastle have signed Sylvain Marveaux. Now, this is another French guy that they've signed. They've signed him from Rennes, and basically that's them now got 3 decent players into their team, which is a good sign for these guys. These guys, watch out for them next season. They also got Djemba Ba, who obviously was the West Ham player last season, who scored, I think, 8 goals in 13 games. Another bit of news was that Chelsea have made a bid for Luka Modric. Now, it's kind of laughable. 22 million for probably one of the most creative players in the Premiership. Come on, Chelsea, you can do better than that. One other bit of news, rumour more than anything, is that Chelsea are in talks with Porto's manager, young lad I mentioned a few weeks ago, Andres Villas-Boas. They're apparently in talks with him, which is a bit of a surprise because Gus Hiddink was the front runner for the job. So there was also the CONCACAF Gold Cup, which, like I mentioned, is the equivalent to the European Championships but for North America. And it was the quarter-finals of the weekend. And basically, as you can see the results there, boom. What happened was that, let's have a quick look, America went through, Panama went through, Honduras and Mexico will go through. So it's getting into the business end of that tournament. Be interesting to see who wins. So into the Rugby League, and as always it was a fantastic weekend, a full fixture of engaged Super League action. Not many shock results. Pretty much every team that was above the team they were playing won. So basically the big match was St Helens versus Wigan. Wigan obviously are the stronger team at the moment, and they ran away with it 32-10. So that put them top of the table, only for a day though, because there was good results for Leeds, good result for Castleford, Warrington and Huddersfield. They all won, so it's pretty much as you were in the Super League table. Now, I have to make a little comment about the Super League structure. I was saying it was the top 4 playoffs, but no, there's actually the top 8 qualify for the playoffs. The actual structure of it is so complicated I won't go into it, but it basically narrows down into a final, which is on October the 8th. Now, quickly, the cricket. It's basically looking like it's going to finish another draw for the third test of England-Sri Lanka. This has been an absolute joke. They should build stadiums in England with roofs on them to play cricket, because it has been a washout. Basically, England managed to post a 377 for 8 declared. Sri Lanka obviously got bowled out for 100 and something. They're on 113 for 3 at the moment. Basically, England have to bowl them all out, and then if they need to hit a score, they need to do that today. So it's probably going to be a draw. Pretty dire though. Big result in the Junior World Cup of Rugby Union. Basically, England beat South Africa in the group stage to go through. New Zealand also won, so they went through a 100% record, as did France. So the semi-finals are looking great. Basically, New Zealand play Australia and England play France. Fantastic results. So what have we got coming up this week, folks? Well, the last few weeks I've been saying not a hell of a lot, whereas in fact there was quite a lot of sport if you're willing to pretty much watch all the small tournaments, etc, etc. Again this week, what's coming up? Well, absolutely loads of sport is coming up. Basically starts off with the big tennis tournament for British people. It is Wimbledon. What a tournament it's going to be. Will Andy Murray win his first major? I honestly don't think so. I think he's going to fall short again. Too many other good players out there. He bottles it against the likes of Djokovic, Nadal and Federer. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I hope the guy does win it, but I honestly think Nadal's going to win it. He played pretty poor in the last tournament, the French Open, but that was because he didn't like the balls. It changed the shape or something of the balls. Not the shape of it, actually, no, the texture. But with Wimbledon, it's going to be exactly the same, so Nadal will win that one. Now, put this date in your calendar. Oh my god. June the 22nd, Wednesday, we have got everything. All the sports that we've been talking about, basically. Under 21 semi-finals. Wednesday night, like I said, 5 o'clock I think and 8 o'clock. Switzerland play Belarus and Spain play the Czech Republic. What else? Junior World Cup semi-finals in the Rugby League. That is New Zealand versus Australia, like I mentioned, and England versus France. It's gonna be fantastic. What else? Gold Cup semi-finals. Oh, we got the USA versus Panama and Mexico. USA versus Honduras and Panama versus Mexico. It's gonna be fantastic. All that sporting action on Wednesday night. Watch out for it. So, viewer comments section, folks. Thanks for the comments. Keep them coming. First one comes from Boom, and he just kind of wanted me to mention the Rugby League, the Engage Super League. Now, the structure is basically, like I mentioned earlier, it's not the top 4 that go through the semi-finals, it's the top 8 teams. Now, like I was talking about, the sort of playoff phase is so damn complicated. The top 4 teams play off each other. The 2 losers then play the winners of the next 4 teams' playoffs. The 2 losers from the bottom 4 teams go out. The top 2 play the bottom 2 of the top 4 winners section, and then essentially they go into the semi-finals and then the final. Now, the weird thing is there's basically the winners of the sort of playoff places. They also get to choose who they play. It's a bit complicated. Have a read on it. I'll put the Engage Super League website below, but it's pretty good. Anyway, that doesn't come up till September, so keep an eye out for that. Second user comment comes from Boom, Dexter's Bag basically says, well, he says quite a few things. First and foremost, yes, my golf prediction was way off. Again, I explained it all earlier, but yeah, I think basically Rory was just too good. I mean, this is talking equivalent to Tiger Woods, so it's pretty hard to predict another superstar like that now. He also basically said that I was talking about not much football or not much sport on. There is a ton of football on. First and foremost, yes, the Under-17 World Cup is on. This one is worth a watch because basically you can get to see the rising stars of football. Keep an eye out for certain players. Some players like Messi obviously shined in this tournament a few years ago, etc, etc. Now the Under-20 World Cup is also on. Not too keen on this one myself. I mean, you've got the Under-21 European Championships on at the moment, so most of the teams in there, it's kind of like the B team of the Under-21s. So I'm not too keen on this one. Kind of funny the symbol though. Cup of coffee for Colombia? I would have more used something like this. Yeah, pretty funny. So what else was? We've got basically the Women's World Cup as well. I didn't know you could play a game of football in the kitchen. I kid. No, that's basically in Germany. Big tournament if you're into Women's World Football. Watch that, it should be good. Oh, one last thing as well. Copa America. That's basically Dexter's Bag asked me, who do I think will win the Copa America? I can't see much past Brazil. If Neymar plays to his potential, those guys I think will walk it. Messi for Argentina, you would say, well, what about them? They're in their home grounds. Will Argentina win it? I don't think so. I think they have too many stars. They can't get the cohesion between the actual team. And that's basically the usual comments. So that's all we've got time for today. Yeah, I know it's Monday, you're gonna be a little bit miserable. It's probably raining outside as well because UK is always raining, like we've seen in the cricket. Don't worry about it, we've got plenty of sport on the television. Go off and watch some sport, cheer yourself up. If that doesn't cheer you up, then you've always got Magoo Sports News. Any more comments, guys? Leave them in the comment section below. We'll have a chat in the next show. Thanks for watching Magoo Sports News. Enjoy your week.